Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the heart of Provence, there was a family who had been making the famous Mistral cheese for generations. The recipe was a closely guarded secret, passed down from father to son, and the locals would come from miles around to buy the delicious cheese. But one day, disaster struck. A terrible storm swept through the village, destroying the family's farm and all of their cheese-making equipment. The villagers rallied around the family, but it seemed that the tradition of Mistral cheese was coming to an end. Just when all hope seemed lost, a mysterious stranger arrived in the village. He was a man of few words, but he claimed to be a master cheesemaker from a distant land. He offered to help the family rebuild their farm and teach them how to make Mistral cheese once again. The villagers were skeptical at first, but the stranger proved to be true to his word. He worked tirelessly alongside the family, repairing the damage from the storm and constructing a new cheesemaking facility. And when the first batch of Mistral cheese was finally ready, the entire village gathered to taste it. As soon as they took a bite, they knew that this was no ordinary cheese. It was richer, creamier, and more flavorful than any Mistral cheese they had ever tasted before. The stranger had taken the ancient recipe and improved upon it, creating a new and even more delicious version of the beloved cheese. From that day on, the Mistral cheese made in the village became famous throughout the region, drawing visitors from far and wide. And the stranger, who had once been a mere passerby, became a beloved figure in the village, revered for his wisdom and his skill in the art of cheesemaking. But the most captivating element of this story was the secret ingredient that the stranger had used to make the Mistral cheese so delicious. For years, people speculated about what it could be, but the recipe remained a closely guarded secret. It wasn't until many years later that the truth was finally revealed. The stranger had used the wind itself to make the Mistral cheese. He had harnessed the power of the Mistral wind, which blew through the village with a fierce intensity to infuse the cheese with a unique and unforgettable flavor. And so, the legend of the Mistral cheese lived on, a testament to the power of tradition, the magic of the wind, and the curious and captivating world of artisanal cheesemaking.